Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel GMB SHOW. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The Chase viewers were less than impressed on Friday night. In Friday's, February 21, episode of the popular ITV quiz show, host Bradley Walsh, 64, returned to our screens with 4 hopeful contestants aiming to win a significant cash prize. The team comprised of Dylan from Llanfestiniog, Jade from Exmouth, Rachel from London, and Tom from Morpeth. They were up against chaser Sean Wallace, also known as the Dark Destroyer. Dylan was first to face the chaser. When asked what he would do with any winnings, he said, "I'm building up a record collection, but what I've never got and never had is a record player, so I'll buy a good player and speaker." He managed to accumulate £4,000 in the cash builder round. The Dark Destroyer attempted to lure him with a higher offer of £34,000, but Dylan opted for the safer low offer of £1,000. Reports Bristol Live. Jade followed suit, choosing the low offer after earning another $4,000 in the cash builder. It became apparent that the contestants were not willing to take risks, as both Rachel and Tom also decided to play for the low offer. A viewer expressed disappointment, commenting, "That's it. The third contestant goes for £1,000. Hashtag the chase no longer worth watching." Viewers claimed the show was no longer worth watching. Image, ITV. Another viewer was equally disgruntled, remarking, "The chase is losing it. Too many contestants go low. I mean, why go on if you don't want to take home serious money? Plus, the questions in the final chase always seem easier for the chaser than the contestants." Hashtag the chase. One more chimed in with criticism, saying, "Hashtag the chase is already becoming a joke. I watched it for years, but the emphasis now is going for the low offer. Tonight go for £1,000 each and get praise for doing the right thing." A fourth viewer pointed out what might be a new show first. If seat 4 goes low, must be a record to have 4 low offer. Hashtag the chase. Additionally, another disappointed fan added their voice. "Who chooses the low offer? It's supposed to be entertaining. I'm off." Hashtag the chase. It was a Tuesday evening like any other. The kettle whistled in 1,000 British kitchens, the biscuit tins clattered open, and living rooms across the country settled into their usual pre-dinner ritual, watching the chase, but something was off. As the familiar theme music swelled and the golden lights flooded the studio, viewers leaned forward with anticipation. Bradley Walsh strolled onto the screen with his trademark charm and cheeky grin, ready to guide another team through the battle of wits against one of Britain's brightest brains. "Let's meet the team," Bradley announced with a wink. But the excitement quickly turned to confusion. Social media erupted, message boards buzzed, and hashtag the chase began trending within moments. Not for a surprise twist or an epic win, but because of one shared frustration. Where was the chaser? Why is it 15 minutes in and still no chaser? At QuizAddict42. It's turning into the waiting game, not the chase. At Triviatic Queen. Bradley's had more screen time than a Marvel superhero today. Get on with it. At Big Give Knows. A slow burn beginning. The episode started innocently enough. 4 contestants, a bubbly barista from Brighton, a retired teacher, a punk rock loving accountant, and a shy software developer. Each gave slightly longer than usual introductions. Bradley, always up for a laugh, bantered with them more than normal. "So Melissa, you once served coffee to Ed Sheeran?" "Yes, he tipped me a $5 and said my froth game was strong." Cue laughter. Cue the audience clapping. Cue Bradley making a cappuccino pun. Then came contestant number 2, then 3, then 4. With each new face came a deeper dive into their hobbies, their dreams, even their pets. Viewers, at first charmed, began glancing at the clock. Was this filler? By the time the first cash builder began, nearly 10 minutes into the episode, the tension had shifted from quiz suspense to sheer impatience. And when Melissa finally made it through her round, only to face another break, the nation collectively groaned. Where's the chaser? Usually, the dramatic entrance of a chaser is one of the show's defining moments. The lights dim, the music swells, and the camera pans as the master quizzer struts into view like a gladiator entering the arena. But tonight, there was nothing. 20 minutes had passed. Still no sign of Anne the Governess Hegarty, Paul the Sinnerman Sinha, or Dora the Menace Ennis. Twitter grew suspicious. Speculations began. Are they building up to something? New chaser reveal. At Quiz Detective Jane. Plot twist. The chaser is one of the contestants. At Pub Trivia Hero. Some even jokingly questioned if the chase was trialing a new format, just chatting with Brad. Behind the scenes, a hidden drama. What viewers didn't know, at least not yet, was that backstage, chaos had briefly broken out. The scheduled chaser, Mark the Beast Labbit, had been stuck in traffic on the M25 due to a surprise police roadblock caused by a loose llama. Yes, really, it later made the local news. Producers scrambled to switch in Sean Wallace at the last minute, but his suit had been sent to dry cleaning after a coffee mishap the day before. Bradley, ever the professional, was buying them time. He stretched the contestant intros. He ad-libbed jokes. At one point, he even recited part of a Shakespeare monologue, though edited down to 3 lines for pacing. And then, at last, the moment came. The lights dropped. A hush fell over the studio. Walking out with signature swagger and a fresh suit just delivered from wardrobe was Sean, the Dark Destroyer Wallace. His face was calm, but if you looked closely, you could see the faintest shimmer of sweat. It had been that kind of day. "Sorry I'm late," he said coolly. "Let's make up for lost time." Redemption, reaction, and resolution. As soon as the quiz resumed, all was forgiven. Sean was in top form, coolly swatting away questions and turning up the pressure with every round. The contestants, despite the awkward start, rallied together with impressive teamwork and wit. By the final chase, it was all to play for. The team had earned a strong £24,000, and with 20 correct answers, they made the chaser sweat. He caught them with 5 seconds to spare. Classic the chase drama. Still, online chatter continued. Great episode, once it finally got going. At Only Connect Nerd. Sean saved it, but ITV, don't ever make us wait that long again. At Daily Quiz Fix. ITV quietly issued a statement the next morning, thanking viewers for their patience and confirming the unexpected backstage hiccup. Live TV is full of surprises, it read. Luckily, we've got Bradley to keep us smiling. And smile, they did, though many fans secretly hoped next week's episode would start with less llama drama and more quick-fire questions.